Okay, let's get some, here's Mike.
I said roar today. I said roar.
Okay, let's jot some of this stuff down here, make sure you remember this stuff here. When we talk about a coordinate plane, we have what we call the x and the y axis. Jot this down. This is the x axis here. This one is the y axis. Okay. Back in the day, when you were just little people, we only dealt with this quadrant here, which is the first quadrant. Generally speaking, math people put Roman numerals, I don't know why. First quadrant right here. Second quadrant over here, and it kind of goes counterclockwise. Third quadrant and the fourth quadrant. Split up into four relatively equal parts there. And what we've got here, I suppose we should talk about this. The place where the x and the y axis intersect is called the origin. So whenever you hear about the book talk about the origin, it is right there. That's like right there. And the way that we plot points, the way that we plot them is by what we call coordinates. Just like if you study social studies, our whole entire globe is cut up into lines of latitude and longitude. With GPS systems you have now, you can almost push a button and it'll tell you your exact latitude, longitude. Well, that is a tougher coordinate, but it is a coordinate nonetheless here. And with the coordinate, we have what's called an ordered pair. An ordered pair. Okay, and it's called an ordered pair because the order of it matters greatly. Okay, it's separated by parentheses. Let's say it is 3, 4. The order that the pair is given is important. The first number is the x-coordinate, and the second number is the y-coordinate, and they're separated by a comma. Okay. Now, how do I find this point on my coordinate system is, it's the place where the x, number 3, vertical line goes up, crosses the y, number 4 line that goes vertically across. In other words, this, if I could actually get it here, I look and find 3 on my x-axis. Well, here's my 3. Okay. X is 3 anywhere on this line that goes up and down, because 3 is how far over I go. I go 3 over, it's anything on that line. The 4 is the up and down part. 4 on the y-axis is right here, but I don't get 2 points. I get the place where those 2 points intersect. In other words, you've got 3 going up like this, and 4 going across like this. The place where they intersect is the coordinate that I'm looking for. Okay, 3, 4. That's that point right there. Okay, if I have, like I said, you're in 7th grade now, so you get negative numbers. -2, -6. Here's -2. Here's -6. The place where those two cross is the point -2. Sorry, I can't go back. Is -2, -6. You must have parentheses and you must have the positive and negative numbers there. Sound relatively familiar from the past?
Yeah.
So you can assume just a couple things here. every point in quadrant number 1 is gonna have what characteristic? If it falls in quadrant number 1, what do I know about both my x and my y values? Ashley? They both have to be positive, because this is where all the positive x's fall, and all the positive y's are there, so that's. What's gonna be true in quadrant number 2? Well, all the y's are positive, but all the x's have to be negative. In quadrant number 3, x's are negatives and y's are negatives. They're both negatives. In quadrant number 4, x's are positive, y's are negatives. Alright? So right now, I would like for you to put a dot at the coordinate 3, -8 on your paper. Give me a dot at 3, -8. I'm gonna walk around and make sure you got it. But the assignment we have for tomorrow is going to entail that you actually can plot some points without getting all over the plot. -8. Please don't draw those x and y lines. That'll just mess everything up. You should be able to do it with finding a point. How about this one? Give me a point at -6, -8. -6, -8. 6, 8. 6, 8. How about you go backwards 6 on the x-axis, go up 8. 6, 8 on the x-axis. Or, I think most of you got it. I mean, it's just, the other thing is so fuzzy. Probably should have done this. Let's do this. No. Alright, what would be this point right here? You don't have to mark it on your paper, just tell me what that point is. Again, you do how far over it is and how far up and down it is. It'll take a while to guess. Nicole?
0 or -4.
Exactly. 0, -4. How about this point right here? Most people get messed up when the dots fall on the axes because they get their x's and their y's messed up. Nate?
-10, 0.
That's actually -8. And you can't see from back there, so I'm going to give that to you. -8, 0. How about right here? I could probably blow it up a little. Usually when I do that, I get into trouble. Zach?
7, 1.
Yep, 7, 1. This point right here. You just whistle on the thing there. Is that you, Charlie? Yeah. Is that why? I'm not completely deaf. Slightly, not completely. This point right here. Bailey.
-7, 5.
-7. It's actually -5.
Oh, sorry.
Again, you probably can't see it very well from there, so. How about this one? Wow.
9, 0.
Unfortunately, you got them backwards. It's 0, 9. Remember how far over, and then how far up and down. Alright, here is where things are going to get really dicey. Got a worksheet to do for you. It's very exciting. Listen carefully again, which I know is a struggle for all 28 of you. Alright, this is basically a dot to dot. This is not the airplane one. This one's much more exciting and much less complicated with where the lines go. Tell you what, I'm going to give it to you, and then I'm going to do the first section with you because otherwise I'll just have to re-explain it. I would suggest that you probably have a ruler or a straight, I think it'll look better. Something straight, there are rulers back there somewhere. Now, most of you look like you have somewhere. There's a little clue on the top as to what this should be where it says have you seen red.
Red, what's the big red one?
But you'll notice in the directions there are some places where it says to shade in. So some you're just going to put, do the lines, some you're going to shade in, just means shade lightly with your pencil. Right? Let's do the first, whatever, number 1 together. See if you come up with the same thing I do. -5, -3. They'll change colors. -4, -5. And I would, ladies and gentlemen, do connect the dots as you go along. -4, -5, and then connect those two. -3, -7. -3, -6. I have that right. -2, -4. And -1, 0. And then you stop with that. Are you supposed to connect that one? Mine ends.
Doesn't do like just say the same word acting again.
What's that?
Then what
Yeah, once they go back to -5, -3, if they want us to go back to -5, Interesting. Yes, you just stop there, because if you look at number 2 actually goes back to where it started. So your whatever would look very much like that. Hopefully yours looks like that. You then have, so you got 15 minutes, you should be able to. I just question where number 8 is, where it says -4, -1, -4, 0, -3, -1, and then it says to shade it in. It must end up at another -3, -1 somewhere. I should check and see if I actually have the answer to this somewhere. This could be worse than the plane. I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah, this way was there.